Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 2. It's me, your host, Logic Blade, and we're back. Last time around, what did we do last time? Yeah, we did the Ruhr stuff last time. That's what we did. We went down to Ruhr, we helped save the day, beat up Angie's dad, beat up Angie's uncle, saved Arena, much to our chagrin, and now we're here. Let's go ahead and enjoy our free day in Ruhr. Because we've liberated it from the Alliance, so we get to do fun stuff now. As you can see, we have 12 bonding points. That's one for everyone in our party. And we also can't go the highway, obviously. I'm gonna do all the side stuff first before doing any bonding events. I think I needed to talk to her to get Gambler Jack. No, that wasn't it. No, I just talked to Linde and Vivi. Ah, hello, Reen. Hello, Reen. Can we not do this just for today? I feel like I should just wear a shirt that says, "I'm sorry about her," or something. Aw, come on, I'm just having a bit of fun with my two best pals. Besides, it's been so long since we've seen each other that she probably missed all the teasing. Really? I'm just so happy to see you again. I was so worried this whole time. I never should have left you alone like that. You must have been really scared. I'm so sorry. I should be the one saying all that. Oh no, here comes the tears. Oh, you're such a dummy, Linde. There. It's great to see the two of you back together again. Reen, we owe you so much. We might not have ever seen each other again if it weren't for Class 7 and the Courageous. Now it's time for me to return the favor by joining the crew and doing all I can to help out. You better. Since I'm gonna keep spicing up your lives as the ship's sexiness officer. That's not a... I don't think any airship... That's... nothing. Never mind. I know you're trying to joke to cover up the fact that you're crying, but it's really not working. Boo. Fine, let's just get on that ship. Follow me, I'll show you the way. Alright then. Thanks again, Reen. We'll see you later, okay? See you on board. So, we got Linde on the Courageous. Woohoo! Okay, so yeah, there's the new issue of the Imperial Chronicle here, which we'll pick up. And yeah, let me just check for missables again, because I swear to Adios that there was something more here, right? Oh, it's at the diner. That's it. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the diner real quick. Again, ignoring all the bonding events first. Oh god, which guy am I supposed to be talking to? You sure it's okay to be treating us like this, Devance? Sure am. Drink up, it's all in the house. This is the time to be celebrating. Can't celebrate without a damn good drink. Today's a great day to be celebrating. Here's to the liberation of Ruhr. Nice. I ain't buying anything other than you helped her bit, and that's good enough for me. Who cares as long as things are back to normal around here? Old Devance really knows how to treat his customers right. Hey Yuna, bring me another one. Oh, hello there. I'm sorry about all the noise Devance is making. He always has to exaggerate. He didn't do a darn thing like that, and he knows it. Anyway, never mind him. If you're hungry, feel free to order away. Yeah, and that's how I ended up helping her. Who could say no to Lady Angelica? Oh, now I get you. I knew you were up to something. So, what'd you help her with? Don't tell me all you did was give her a place to sleep. Of course not. You'd be better off asking what I didn't do. You should have seen me, pistol in hand, taking the guys after her out like they were nothing. That's my man. I don't buy it for a second, but that's one hell of a story. Why do I have to do this? They won't even pay me with Mira. What kind of job pays with books? I don't even like books. Here, you take it off my hands. Oh dear. Hi, Reen. Hey there. Glad to see you're taking it easy. You've earned it. Right back at you, Angelica. Are you taking a break together, then? We certainly are. Nothing makes me happier than spending some quality time with my dear sweet Toa. George's at the Institute too, so I think it's just the two of us. And it's about time I whisk her off into her own private little world. No, Angie, stop! You really haven't changed a bit. But in a weird way, I've missed this. Now we just need Crow. Yeah. Our crew won't be complete until we drag his ass back home, kicking and screaming. I'm so glad Angie's back, but we still need Crow, and I'm not going to give up until we've got him back. Maybe I should ask to join them, since I'm here and all. Hey, would you ladies mind if I joined you? Not at all. I guess we'll have to pay for you since you're the bright-eyed first year. This really is relaxing. The tea here is nice for a working class diner, isn't it? I've always been fond of this place. I always used to sneak out of the mansion for some booze. I mean, to relax like a sweet and innocent young maiden. Angie, you aren't supposed to be drinking alcohol. Forgive me, my dear. Still, it feels like it's been ages since we were last able to sit and talk like this. Settling things with my father paid off. It really has been too long. Yeah, it has. Hold on, your hair's looking a little disheveled, Toa. What? It is? Well, it makes sense that it might, I guess. Ever since I've been wearing the captain's hat, I haven't been paying much attention. That won't do it all. Your hair's so long and beautiful, you need to take better care of it. I know, why don't I comb it for you? Oh, would you mind? It's been so long since you last did it, I kinda miss it. They're so close, it's adorable. That should do the trick. Huh. Wow. It's kinda strange seeing you with your hair down, but I gotta admit, it really suits you. You think? She looks surprisingly mature when she has her hair down, doesn't she? Cuteness and maturity, the best of both worlds. She's such a queen. Okay, that's enough, Angie. Can I please have my ribbon back? Nope, not yet. This is my chance to try all kinds of fun things with your hair. I've had a collections of ribbons stored away for the next time I gotta play with it like this. Stay right here while I go get them. Hold on a minute. Too late. She's unbelievable. I don't know, Toa. There's no harm in spending time together like this once in a while. When you think about it, these are the kind of peaceful moments we're fighting to return to. That's true enough. Angie and I were recently talking about how things would have been if the war hadn't started. If we were still at the academy, our time there would be rapidly coming to an end. We're second years, so this is a time we really need to be thinking about what to do after graduation. Oh yeah. Have you been able to give that any thought? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fortunate enough to have received offers from all kinds of organizations and ministries. George has gotten them from research facilities and institutes all across the country. And Angie seems to have a lot on her mind about what to do too. what with her family and all. I've got my work cut out for me if I hope to be as in good a position as you guys when I graduate. You are still a first year, so I wouldn't sweat it if I were you. You've still got plenty of time. To tell you the truth, though, I think the war has made all of us more unsure about what to do. Even assuming that when it does end, we're able to go back to our lives like they were before, I feel like we have a duty to think about this country's future. Just picking some career off a list isn't good enough. I'm amazed you're thinking on such a grand scale. Personally, I feel like I've got my hands full just thinking about my own future. I really can't compare. That's not true at all. I think it's only because of you that we're able to see things like this. Sorry? Well, your class is a source of hope to all of us. It's only because we've got that hope that we can believe in what... It's only because we've got that hope that we can believe in that we can even think of what to do when the war's over. As long as you're out here fighting to bring it to an end, we can all believe that end will really come. So, let's keep fighting together, okay? We were able to save Angie. I'm sure we can do anything else we put our minds to. You think so? What am I even saying? Of course we can. I feel a lot better now, Toa. Thanks. Glad I could help. Oh, did I miss something? Oh, you're back. If you wanted to enjoy a date with my little Toa, you should have just asked, Reen. You're the only man I'd even think of entrusting her to. I would have helped set things up nice and smooth. What are you talking about, Angie? Angelica made her way over to the table and went right to work on trying an obscene number of cute ribbons on Toa. Reen casually sat back and enjoyed his cup of tea, every once in a while cracking a warm smile at an increasingly flustered Toa. So, yeah. Always run up the wrong escalator. It's very important that you do so. In fact, I would call it required by law. Why is this so expensive? Oh, whatever. That can be exchanged for something, so I want it in my possession. Anyway, we're gonna head all the way up to the Rhineford residence, because we haven't got to see it in this game yet. And also because there's bonding events up here, and we want to see those. But first, before any of that, it's here, isn't it? Yes. Check the bookshelf here. Get a copy of Cars Monthly. And you get dark coloring for your bike. Before we go ahead and do Alpin's bonding event, let's check out that copy of the Imperial Chronicle we just picked up. Issue number 5. The Twin Dragons Bridge in Rebel hands. Our latest cables have suggested that one of the Kreutzen province's main bases is now in the hands of the former Imperial Army's 4th Armored Division. The division is said to be pushing for the immediate liberation of the capital, a demand which has been fiercely criticized by the Kreutzen Provincial Army. Further conflict in the region seems likely in the days to come. A visit to Keldic. The Twin Dragons Bridge was not the only place in the region to fall into enemies' hands. The nearby town of Keldic, widely known as a trading hub, has been occupied by rebel forces. But for you, dear reader, I have risked life and limb crossing behind enemy lines to offer a picture of life under the brutal heel of the enemy. Actually, the change of control played out rather calmly, said one member of the Septine Church, much to my surprise. Several other citizens informed me that there have been no casualties among them due to the provincial army leaving the area before any battle could take place. In fact, life in the town seemed strangely normal, with even the Grand Market operating on its usual schedule and residents out and about to enjoy some midday shopping. I asked one merchant what she thought was the biggest problem facing the town right now was. Without a doubt, it's that with the war going on, the Grand Market has become a shadow of its former glory. The fighting can't end soon enough for me, she replied. All in all, things appear surprisingly stable, but it's difficult to say how long this will remain the case. Those considering a visit would be well advised to remain vigilant while in town. Breaking news. Marquis Rogner declares neutrality. We've received information stating that Marquis Rogner, one of the leading members of the Noble Alliance, has made a sudden declaration of neutrality and withdrawn from the group. In wake of this shocking revelation, we've reached out to the Noble Alliance's own Chief of Staff, Rufus Alberea, and he has kindly granted us an exclusive interview. Interviewer. The fall of the Twin Dragons Bridge is still fresh in the minds of the nation, but we've been hearing reports that Marquis Rogner has withdrawn from the Noble Alliance. Is there any truth to these rumors? Chief of Staff Rufus Alberea, henceforth Lord Alberea. I must apologize for the uncertainty this matter must have roused within the general public. Allow me to clarify the matter here by confirming that this is indeed the case. Shocking. But wouldn't that mean the situation is likely to take a turn for the worse for the Noble Alliance's efforts in eastern Erebonia? Not at all. I imagine a journalist as well informed as yourself has a good idea how many rebels remain in that part of the country. It's true that all the reports have suggested a vast majority have been eliminated. Precisely. The current situation was always within the realm of possibility, and nothing about it calls the Noble Alliance's dominance into questions. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if His Grace, Marquis Rogner, had a change of heart and returned to the Alliance in short order. We extend our deepest gratitude to Lord Alberea for taking time out of his busy schedule to answer our questions so clearly and concisely. At the end of our interview, he took my hand and asked for my cooperation in helping bring about a bright future for Erebonia. I was truly honored to meet a man who so embodies the dignity of the nobility. Society. Marquis Higharms sends aid. Marquis Higharms has taken steps to recognize and deal with the ongoing refugee problem by offering aid to displaced citizens in his domain, the Sutherland Province. When questioned by a journalist from this publication about his motives, he simply responded, "As head of one of the four great houses, I have a duty to use my power to help people in need." He went on to pledge further aid in the future if and when the need arises. The citizens of the Sutherland Province clearly owe their deepest thanks to His Grace the Marquis for his bountiful kindness and generosity. His gesture is certain to go a long way towards inspiring all people to come together and support each other during these difficult times. Incident. Neutral force on the Western Front? News is spreading that a mysterious group calling itself the Winds of Freedom have begun appearing in Western Erebonia. They are currently believed to be asserting their neutrality while aiding civilians caught up in the region's conflicts. These and other activities seem to support that claim, but their true objective remains unknown. The Noble Alliance, however, has been urging citizens to be wary of the strange group, as there remains a very real possibility that it may be a criminal organization with malicious ulterior motives. Good to see Olivier is still hard at work here. Am I saving again? Whatever. Let's go talk to Alvin.
Last night, I received an invitation to stay here. There's still some time until we have to leave, so I think I'll spend some quality time curled up with these books instead. Sharon's coffee can't be beaten either. In fact, pulling myself away from here may prove to be a real struggle.
Maybe I should join her for a while. She seems like she could use some company. Evening, Killer. Welcome to the stream. Doing some Ruhr bonding events. Mind if I stick around a little longer?
Not at all. We don't get many chances to spend time together like this, so let's make the most of it.
Reen could never say no to some of Sharon's coffee, and in fact asked her to make another pot for them. With that, he and Princess Alphen spent some time perusing the countless books gathered in the library. This coffee really has a nice aroma to it.
Doesn't it? Sitting back and enjoying a cup of Sharon's coffee, engrossed in a book, I think I found the very definition of bliss.
Well, I can see where you're coming from. It never ceases to amaze me how many books there are in here, or even the variety of topics and genres represented. I guess Gwyn had already had a pretty broad range of interests though, so it makes sense that his library would be as diverse.
Indeed, but that only makes it more difficult to decide which volume to read next. Although I must admit, I was a little disappointed to find one particular genre unrepresented here.
Oh? Which one? Yeah.
Oh, of course, the titillating tales loved by fair ladies all across the Empire. Stories about the lives and loves of handsome gentlemen. Books that warm the hearts of all who thrill to their prose.
Oh, those books. I remember you saying those were pretty popular at St. Estrella too, right? The Courageous was lacking in that genre too, until Dorothy came and seeded it with some volumes from her own collection. So, does Elise, have any interest in those kind of books?
It's so much more magical to just leave the truth of things to your imagination. We're talking about a realm created by and for pure-hearted maidens, after all. It's not a place where gentlemen should tread lightly.
Oh, honey, that's not true. I'm a gentleman, and I've definitely written things of that nature. But, that's another story for another day. Fair enough. I'm curious, but I'm not that curious. Try to at least regulate your corrupting influence, though. That'd be great.
If that's truly what you wish, I suppose I ought to respect your wishes. But teasing her is my most cherished pastime, so I'd really prefer to keep at it.
I wonder if she realizes her struggles are mainly just for entertainment. Still, teasing or not, I'm glad Elise has at least one close friend she can depend on.
Oh, and speaking of entertaining pastimes, I actually learned a delightful little card game called Blade from Sharon yesterday. Perhaps we could play a few rounds together.
That sounds fun. I accept your challenge. Green got the cards and began what seemed like it would be a few quick, friendly games of Blade. As they played, things unexpectedly ended up getting fairly heated, which each of them determined to come out on top, while holding nothing back. In the end, the time they spent playing together was enjoyable as the time they had spent reading.
This really is quite an amusing little game.
Oh yeah, you're gonna enjoy the Fragment Chapter Killer, I guarantee it.
It's nice that even an inexperienced player like me doesn't start out at too great a disadvantage.
Yeah, the updated version has a lot more strategy to it though. But I have a lot of fond memories of this version of the game. I almost can't help but like it. In fact, Crow was the one who gave me my very first deck of Blade cards.
Oh, really? It was sad to see the two of you fighting each other, especially after all you've been through together. What is it that forced the two of you to fight like this?
Well, ultimately I think it's a battle of wills, and both of us are too stubborn to just give up and walk away.
What do you mean?
Reen told Princess Alphen about everything that had happened between him and Crow. As he went on dredging up those memories from what seemed like a lifetime ago, he went through a whole spectrum of emotions. Reen actually got his first deck from Micht, but Micht got it secondhand from Crow. So in a way, he did get it from Crow, but not like this. Not like this. Yet, through it all, she had quietly and considerately listened until he finished telling her all there was to tell. You could think of it as a high-stakes game of Blade. Crow on one side and me on the other. Neither of us are willing to compromise on the things that make us who we are. Our beliefs, our pasts, our friends. And without compromise, all that's left is to meet each other head-on and see who comes out on top. I just hope that while we're doing that, we'll discover where life will lead us and what to do with ourselves after this is over.
I see. Boys will be boys, I suppose. but hearing you describe it, I almost envy Crow's position.
Huh? Why's that?
Oh, I just meant that Elise would probably think that if she were here now, envying Crow, I mean. After all, it's almost like fate is pushing you and Crow together. It fills my imagination with thoughts.
Just a word to the wise. Guys aren't too hot about being paired up with their male friends when they don't lean that way.
Well, like it or not, I consider myself someone fully invested in this little battle of wills now. So I intend to stay with you and see how it all pans out.
You're more than welcome to come along for the ride, Your Highness, wherever it may take us. Yeah, to his bedroom. I mean, you might pretend you don't swing that way, but we know, Reen. We know you want the crow. You want that crow boy.
You deserve nothing but the highest praise for the way you fought yesterday, Master Reen. Were it not for your assistance, I doubt I would have been able to rescue the chairman, much less liberate Ruhr. You have my most heartfelt thanks.
You say that like we would have been able to do either of those things without you. This was a team effort, through and through. Besides, I'm the last person who deserves any praise. If I had just been a little stronger, he would still be alive.
As much as I would like to, I'm afraid I have no right to attempt to comfort you. Not after having done the things I have.
Sharon?
Some might see your willingness to mourn the death of an enemy as a weakness, and understandably so. But I see it as just the opposite. I see it as a strength that you and your classmates possess.
Yes, that one fanfic that people who know of it will never cease to remind me of.
So I won't insult you by telling you it's wrong to feel the way you do. I'm positive that you'll find a way to come to terms with those feelings on your own, though I'm here for you if you need me.
Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, let's talk to Elisa, since she's here. See, this is weird hearing Sharon say this after everything that's happened. Yeah, I feel ya. Things that happen in later games are like, oh shit, what? That ain't good. Well, what are you up to, Elisa?
I'm just checking out the rooms to make sure everything's in order. Sharon supposedly put everything's back in order now that Director Rogner's gone, but still. Can't hurt to double check, right? I'd hate if he ran off with something valuable on his way out.
Yeah, he seems like the kind of guy who develops sticky fingers. Do you want a hand or anything?
I'm fine, thanks. I've got a pretty good idea of where everything was, so it shouldn't be too much trouble. Mother's more than busy enough now, so I might as well just get it done.
I feel like I should help her out anyway. Are you sure about doing this on your own? I mean, 2 people would be able to get the job done twice as fast, right?
What are you planning, Schwarzer?
Nothing at all, I swear.
Just kidding. Of course I'll take you up on that.
The 2 of them made their way around the Rhineford household, scouring each and every room for any signs of malfeasance or missing property. Fortunately, thanks to Sharon organizing everything the night before, it didn't take them too long. Before they knew it, they only had one room remaining, the chairman's room.
Well, I'm glad to see at least the rooms aren't a complete mess like they were yesterday. Sharon's done a great job cleaning everything up. And it doesn't look like there's anything missing either.
Well, that's good news.
As much as I feel bad criticizing Angelica's uncle, Heidel Rogner must be an absolute slob. You'd think as a noble he'd at least pay a little more mind to his cleanliness. He feels sorry for his housekeeping staff. Probably more than being a noble. He thought he could get away with never having to clean anything. Imprisoning your mother seemed to have inflated his ego. You're probably right. Suddenly having power over someone he was never able to stand against must have been a real treat. Either way, we're almost finished up here, so... Huh?
What is it?
Oh, I just noticed something sticking out slightly from between two of these books. Huh? This is...
It's a photograph of you as a little girl. And that looks like your mother, which would mean...
Yeah, that's my father. Why is this hidden away on her desk, though?
Maybe she pulled it out to look at it every now and then, while she was working, but didn't want anyone to know. Honestly, I'm surprised too, but here it is. I don't think there's any doubt that it's important to her.
I guess you're right.
Elisa put the photograph back where she found it, and the two of them finished checking the rest of the rooms. Once their work was done, they treated themselves to a well-deserved rest. That sure took a while, huh? I can only imagine how much of a task that would have been to do if you had to do it all by yourself.
Truth be told, I probably would have given up part way and just left the rest to Sharon. Thank you so much, Reen.
For what? Helping out?
Well, sure, but while finding that photo earlier might have just been a coincidence. I doubt I would have looked around in Mother's room if you hadn't been here. If I hadn't, I never would have discovered that, or realized that maybe, somewhere deep down, she really does care.
I think you would have. Even if not today, you'd realize it eventually. She's your mother, after all. The two of you will always have that connection as family, like it or not. I think the day will come when you two understand how much you care for each other, with or without a photo to show.
I'd like to think so, at least. Talking to you with like this reminds me when we had our field study here. We had a little heart-to-heart about Mother back then, didn't we? In this same room?
It was this room, actually.
There's a lot I'm really thankful to you for, though. I wouldn't have been able to free Mother or this city on my own. And this is hardly the first time you've supported me or helped me accomplish something when I needed it most. So, for all the times I was too stubborn to say it, thank you, Reen. I hope I'll get the chance to repay you for this someday. For everything.
Ooh, I got a ping. Ah, killer! Oh no! Thank you very much for the donation. And I guess I know what I'm working on next. Oh dear. Repay me?
Well, anyway, thanks for all your help today. I'm gonna be going now. See you later.
Oh, right. I'm not sure what that was all about, but I guess I'd better get ready to head out too. You gonna go play some more CS4? Have fun with it. Good luck. I will. Have a good night, Killer. Enjoy your Sunday. Alright. I don't actually have business at the arms store. I'm just fast traveling there to get out of the Rhineford building. Let's go talk to Machias. I'll be taking a look around the Ruhr Institute of Technology soon. It's practically the premier technical university in the country, so I think any time I spend there will be to my benefit. I would imagine so. We did go inside during our field study, but that was just for Professor Schmidt's request, so we didn't explore much. Still, it's fair of you to make a break for the nearest school when you finally get a little time to rest. Well, if there's something I can only see while we're here, why wouldn't I? Maybe you should do the same. No better way to lift your spirits than to get your mind off of what's getting them down. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Maybe he's right. Checking out the Institute probably would cheer me up. Yeah, I think you're onto something here. Would it be okay if I tagged along? Of course, I was kind of hoping you would. Shall we? Whoa! What was that? Oh, sorry about that, guys. Hey, I recognized you two. You guys came here for a field study one time with your other classmates, right? Hit that nail on the head, but... Mind explaining what those two tiny cars are? Actually, I think I remember seeing them during our field study, too. These babies? They're a new kind of toy that we're developing. We're calling them orbal remote-controlled cars. They're basically little cars that run on orbal power that you can drive around with these radio frequency control devices. With things settling down here in Ruhr, we're off to test our new and improved ones all around town. That's some impressive technology. You've replicated the look of the Reinford Company's Lux line of vehicles very well too. Oh, do you recognize them, Machias? With the number of cars on the roads of Heimdall, you start to recognize different models after a while. So I eventually decided to start doing some research into what each one had to offer. The Lux series was one that I found myself particularly fond of, so its name stuck in my mind. Now there's a man with taste. If you can appreciate the beauty of these little babies, you're gonna go far in life. Actually, you're just the kind of guy who we'd like to give this thing a little test run. Are you serious? As serious as we've ever been. We want as many people playing with these things as possible, right? Oh, actually, it'd be great if you could grab another friend, too. 3 people racing against each other wouldn't just be awesome, but it'd also provide us with some valuable data. Well, in that case, we'd be happy to play with your cars for you. And I already know who our third will be. Though I'd hardly call him a friend. Wait, you're not thinking of... See, you could have picked anyone else in your class, but Machias immediately picked Eustace. What does that say about Machias? Yep, he was. Of all the things you could summon me out of the blue for, a toy car race? Still, it's not as though I have anything better to do. I accept your challenge. Smile while you still can. I expect you to give this your all too, Reen. Okay, if you insist. Well, now that you know the controls, of course we'll take you from here, round the front, the RF building, and to the top of the steps over near F. You're gonna have to chase after your cars though, since the orbital waves have limited range. Well then, shall we get started? Take your positions. Ready, set, go. The cars left the starting line, and the race of the century began. The 3 of them chased furiously after their cars, struggling to adjust to the unfamiliar controls. And as they finally neared the finish line, Eustace and Machias hit their competitive peak, each one desperate to claim victory. Ah, get the hell out of my way! Kneel before me, fool. Guys, calm down a bit or you're gonna... Oh. What? Impossible! We have our winner. In first place, Reen Schwarzer. Seriously? It was a neck-and-neck race, but once they crashed their cars, Eustace and Machias didn't stand a chance. Looks like you got a bit carried away at the wheel there, fellas. That was careless of me. This is completely ridiculous. Yeah, but we got some fantastic data thanks to you 3. We'll have to get this back to the lab and start brainstorming improvements right away. Great work, you guys. Thanks. The race complete, Eustace went back to whatever he was doing, and the researchers skipped off gleefully to the Institute. Didn't expect that would end up being such a big thing. I'm a little frustrated that I didn't manage to come in first, but if the whole thing cheered you up, I'd say it was well worth doing. Thanks, Machias. That means a lot. Hey, no need to make a big deal out of it. On a more pragmatic note, I can't see something like toy cars being very successful during wartime. Just another reason for us to fight for peace, I suppose. Yeah, that's a fight I'm sure we'll win. Besides, if these things ever make it to market, we can have another race. Sounds good to me. Next time, I'm taking Eustace down. Oh, Reen. Oh, Machias. My boys. I'll be the first in line. You even have to sleep out in front of the store to do it. Oh, Machias. Alright, so... everyone appears to be on the lower level from the looks of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Cool. Oh, Andre's here. Hi, Andre. This town may be made of steel, but its people are not. To see them finally understand each other moves me to tears. I'm so proud of all of you. Do you hope to become preachers of love as well? Let's talk to Emma.
This city is so amazing that I almost can't take it all in. It's not so much a different city as it is a different world. Nothing's familiar. I know a lot of classmates feel this way, but I grew up in such a rural area that I can hardly believe what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I felt the same the first time I was here. It's a far cry from Ymir, that's for sure. Still, while you're here, why not walk around and take in the sights? It's a bit intimidating, but there's a lot to see.
That sounds like a fun idea. And Reen, I know it's hard, but I hope things get better for you soon.
Thanks, Emma. I hope so too. Maybe she'd appreciate a guide. Brewer is a big place after all. How about I give you a guided tour of the place? I've been here before, so I should be able to give you a decent one at least. Not Elisa grade, but still.
Are you sure you wouldn't mind? I'd love that. What a strange sensation. The idea of a moving staircase is incredible, isn't it?
True enough. This isn't the only one on the continent either. Zeiss has one too. I wouldn't be surprised if they were introduced to more cities in Erebonia.
What's that big structure over there?
An orbal generator, apparently. They provide the energy that this town and its factories need to work. I've heard they have plans to make more of them too. Or at least, they had plans. I'm guessing they've been put on hold until the Reinford company is fully reorganized again.
It's amazing that technology like this actually exists. It's like magic, in a way.
Reen continued to show Emma around the city, focusing primarily on the things one couldn't find anywhere else. Eventually, their tour came to an end and they decided to stop for a rest.
There's so much to take in here that my head's still spinning. Every time I thought that I'd seen all there was to see, you led me to something else that was even more incredible.
That's the same way I felt the first time I was here. It gets even more incredible when you realize that in a few decades, places that look like this could become the norm.
You may be right, especially with the way technology is always advancing. It reminds me of something I read in a book once. It said technology that is beyond the comprehension of the observer is indistinguishable from magic.
That's one way to look at it, sure.
But if that is the case, where does it leave witches like me? If people develop new technology, it's embraced with open arms, but our equally convenient magic is feared as heretical. That's why we're forced to live in the shadows, hiding both our existence and our powers away from people. Is that the only reason we exist? To fulfill duties that no one even knows about while the world leaves us behind?
Sorry, Emma. I never realized you felt that way.
No, not at all. I'm the one who should be sorry. I didn't mean to ramble at you like this. You're shouldering a far heavier burden than I am right now. Another person's worries are the last thing you need. Even more so when my duty as a witch is to support you. I'm sure your grandmother and Celine would be very annoyed at me right now.
You don't have anything to be sorry for. And honestly, all of your concerns make sense to me. I don't think anyone exists just to fulfill some arbitrary set of duties, especially you.
You really think so?
Sure, you're a witch, but that doesn't have to define who you are as a person. To us, you're Emma, our class president, and our friend, who also just so happens to be a witch. Nobody gets to pick how they're born, but everyone deserves to choose how they want to live their life.
I suppose you're right.
So don't let being a witch force you into dedicating your life to fulfilling your duties or whatever. Focus on finding something that you want to do. We're all here to help you do that. You know that, right? You're not alone. I don't think anyone else in our class has figured out exactly how to live their life either.
When you put it that way... There's no supposing about it, is there? You're right. Thank you, Reen. It might not be easy to find something I want to do for myself, but maybe it's time that I start thinking long and hard about it. If I run into any difficulties, though, you'll be the first person I come to for support.
Whenever you need it, I'll be there. Your bond with Emma strengthened. It's already at max, but hey, it's even stronger now. Anyway, I'm just gonna say that I really like Emma's bonding events, but you guys know this already. You know I like Emma's bonding events. If it wasn't for Yuna existing and, like, completely stealing the show, Emma would probably still be my choice for Reen. Anyway, let's talk to Gaius. After I take a sip. Hey guys, you highway bound? That's right. I figured I might head out and fish for a while to pass the time. One of Gwen's favorite fishing holes is supposed to be out there, so I thought I'd give it a try for myself. Oh yeah, I know that one. It's not far from where our boat first landed. Just be careful though, the monsters have gotten a lot tougher than they were when Gwen used to fish out there. Oh, I will. Don't worry about me. In fact, you shouldn't be worried about anything at all. Take some time to distress yourself while you've got it. Everyone has time when they just need to open a window and let some fresh air into their lives. I'll give that a try, thanks. Maybe fishing with Gaius would let me open that window he mentioned. Well, how about we fish together? If it's a good enough way for you to unwind, it's good enough for me. That's what I like to hear. Reen and Gaius then made a beeline to Gwen's old fishing spot on the Spina Byroad. Once they made it there, the two got right to fishing. Feels like ages since I just put my cares to the side for a while and cast out a line like this. Yeah, ever since the war started, we've had no shortage of things to be worried about. It's probably healthy for us to take the opportunity to unwind every now and then. Yeah, even now I'm feeling all the built-up tension just kind of soften and melt away. Did you fish much back home? I got in some good raw in real time, sure. Hardly as much as Gwyn, though. He used to take me out on his boat to fish, especially when he could tell I was feeling down about something. Huh, really? You always seem so composed. I guess I just assumed that nothing ever really got to you like that. Man, that's embarrassing to admit. We've all got our worries. Don't fret about it. Sure, I feel down sometimes, but it always passes in time. Back home, I was always surrounded by people who cared about me. Mom, Dad, my siblings, neighbors in the settlement. Whenever I started feeling down, they were there to cheer me up. And I always tried to do what I could to be there for them in the same way. It sounds like a good life. And that's how you became the dependable guys we all look up to. Well, I don't know if I'd go that far. Still, I'd like to think if there's anything you need, you'll be able to rely on me. This class would have never come as far as we have if we hadn't supported each other along the way. You're right about that. I'll make sure to keep it in mind. Monsters? Damn, we might have noticed them earlier if we'd been paying more attention. This reminds me of back when I rescued Lieutenant General Vander a year ago. But at least that time I had a horse. Well, this time you've got me. True, together we can take them. Drawing their weapons, Green and Gaius fought valiantly against the horde of monsters. And despite being vastly outnumbered, they triumphed by making the most of each other's strengths in combats. Well, I'd say we managed to beat the odds, wouldn't you? See? You are dependable, just like I said. It takes two to cover each other's backs. And whenever you need me, I'll have yours. Likewise. The battle won, they made their way back to Ruhr. My boy Gaius. Such a good boy. What, you stupid? You hide in places where people won't find you. That's what I mean. How do I find places where people won't find me? Why am I doing this? There's nothing I want to exchange. Let's talk to Sarah. Jackass is doing some maintenance on my orbital gun for me. With a name like that, I wasn't sure what to expect when Elisa introduced me to him, but he seems like he really knows his stuff. I just wish he had a more refined, dandyish aura about him. Sorta like Gwyn. Then he'd be more my type. The inside of your head must be a terrifying place to live. You have no idea, Reen. All kidding aside, though, you should take this chance to make sure all your gear is in good shape. There's no telling when we'll need to put it through some hard use. It always pays to be prepared. Maybe I should take this chance to have a look around here, too. Say, would you mind if I hung around here with you until your maintenance is finished up? Now that I look around, there seems to be a lot of things here worth checking out. You can if you want, but I think what you really need is something else. What do you mean by that? Get your sword ready. As soon as he's finished my gun, there's somewhere I want to take you. As it turned out, that somewhere ended up being the Nordia Highway. Alrighty. I don't think anyone's gonna come barging in and disturbing us all the way out here. Yeah, I doubt it, but why'd you bring me here in the first place? You told me not to forget my sword, so I'm guessing it's not a date. You've never been on a Sarah date. And this is why you're still single. Wait, shh.
Anyway, I hope you're ready to get all hot and heavy with me, as we pour ourselves into no-hold-barred combat training. Are you kidding me? And this time, I'm not gonna hold anything back, so you'd better be ready. I want you to fight me like your life depends on it. Because you can leave this little excursion one of two ways. Walking with your head held high, or on a stretcher. I don't know what brought this on, but I can see this isn't one of your usual gags. In that case, I accept your challenge. You'll get only my best today. So began their intense battle. True to her word, Sarah came at Reen with all the fury of a raging storm. Despite bringing the best of his skill to bear, he was just barely able to stand her assaults. How are you so strong? So this is what it's like when you're not pulling your punches, huh? Damn straight. The world's not a nice place. It's not a fair place. But I fought tooth and nail for my place in it anyway. The world takes from me too. I've almost lost count of how many irreplaceable things it's taken from me. So many friends, allies. I don't even have a homeland to call my own now. Instructor. But I did whatever I had to keep on living no matter what. And I stand before you now as the sum of all those ugly, painful experiences. Life will knock you down over and over again, but if you rise just one more time, that makes you the victor. That's something I've kept on believing, and seeing you students give it your all has only strengthened that belief. Huh? That's why I've decided that everything life's taught me in the School of Hard Knocks, I'm gonna teach you. Not through words or lessons or fancy platitudes, but through battle. I'm ready to learn. You might have gotten the better of me before, but I'm ready for round 2 anytime. Attaboy. Let's not waste time chit-chatting then. You ready? They resumed their battle, and the intense training continued. Reen focused everything on the fight, fending off Instructor Sarah's onslaught as best he could. And after a long, difficult fight... Looks like neither of us has the energy to go another round. I guess we'll have to call this one a draw. But at the very least, I say we got in some good training. Well fought, Reen. It's kinda scary how strong you are, though. It was all I could do to keep you at bay. I didn't even get a proper hit on you in the end. You could have, though. All you would have had to do is fire up that power of yours. And you should have, since, you know, I specifically told you to fight like your life depended on it. But... just messing with you. That consideration you always show for others is part of what makes you strong. I know you're still beating yourself up over what happened yesterday, and that's totally understandable. But at the end of the day, you've got to get past it and move on. No one can do that for you. But you will, though. I have no doubt about that, so just keep your chin up and your gaze forward, I guess. Thanks, Instructor. I'll try at least. A lot of people are counting on me, and I don't want to let them down. The two stayed and rested for a while to get their strength back, and once they felt better, they walked together back to Ruhr. People can encourage and advise you from sunup to sundown, but at the end of the day, only you can overcome your own problems. All I can tell you is to keep moving forward and trying to do just that. I know you can do it if you put your heart into it. I've seen you do it. Sarah's a good instructor. Sarah's great. Everybody, drink that Sarah respect juice right now. Imbibe that Sarah juice right now. Let's talk to Elliot, our baby boy. I can't stop thinking about our field study here from earlier in the year. Sure, it was tough, but it was fun. And V was still alive. Yeah, even if we did think he died back at the mine.
I'm guessing news of V's actual death has probably reached Crow by now. I wonder how he's taking it.
Sorry, it was probably super insensitive of me to bring him up. Just try and cheer up, okay?
Elliot's definitely worried about me. Maybe we should hang out for a while.
I just got a great idea for something we can do together. Come with me, Reen.
What's going on now?
You'll find out soon enough. Let's go.
Elliot dragged Reen into the Rhineford building. And after he borrowed a few things, Elliot dragged him right back out again. This sort of looks like the same kind of orbal guitar I used back at the festival.
That's because it is. Both that and the keyboard were made by the Rhineford Company. They're display models, but they said we could use them since playing them right out here would make for good advertising. Should be all tuned up now. I've already got permission too, so shall we get started?
Get started? Wait, you don't mean...
I sure do. Let's play some music. Just you and me, putting on a concert in the middle of the street.
Despite the sudden start, the two played with gusto. They're focused entirely on both their instruments and the performance. A surprising number of Ruhr's residents had stopped to listen and clap for them too. All in all, it was a success. That was something.
Impressive work, Reen. We were out of sync in a few spots, and we missed a note or two here or there. But it was fun, wasn't it? It was for me, at least.
Yeah, it was fun. Just goes to show that music doesn't stop at giving strength to the listeners. The performers get some too, I guess. I was every bit as happy there as I was when we performed at the festival.
I'm a little biased, but I'd say playing yourself is even more fun than listening, to be honest. That's probably one of the reasons I just can't seem to give music up.
Thanks for inviting me to join you, Elliot. This definitely helped cheer me up.
You're very welcome. We'll have to do this again sometime if we can. With some time to practice, hopefully. Not just us either. The whole class. Just like back at the festival.
That sounds great. I hope we get another chance to do something like that. Doo-doo-doo. Their street concert complete, Reen and Elliot went back to Rhineford headquarters to return their instruments with smiles of elation on their face. Alright, 4 to go. Who do I have left? Laura, Milliam, Eustace, and Fee. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go pop in the store and talk to Laura. Looks like Hugo's too busy to join our crew, so that ain't gonna happen. Can I upgrade some slots? I can get one of Elliot's slots, I guess I'll do that. I don't have any water or earth slots. Or time slots from the looks. Such a pity. And they don't have anything interesting for sale. Cool. This is my first time seeing Ruhr. I must admit, I'm very impressed. My expectations were high given the Reinford Company's presence here, but I can safely say they've been shattered. I think this single shop alone has more types of orbal goods than the entirety of Legram. And I feel kind of like a child at a candy store, to be honest. There's so much I want to look at while I'm here. I could go for some window shopping. Mind if we look around together? Nothing like shelves full of stuff to take your mind off things. By all means, let's see what this place has to offer. Huh, so this is an orbal refrigerator. I noticed there was a large one in the Courageous' kitchen, but I wasn't entirely sure what it was at the time. Oh, now that you mention it, we do have one aboard, don't we? Being able to just stick food in there and have it stay fresh for days is pretty awesome. So it is. I wouldn't mind having one for myself for when I want to prepare a boxed lunch. How much does one cost? Maybe I'll consider one when my skill in cooking improves enough to justify the expenditure. Let's go look at something else. Right. She actually seems pretty disappointed she can't get one. What's this? The design is rather avant-garde. It says here it's called an orbal vacuum cleaner. You press the button on it, and it'll suck up dust and crumbs. So it's like the orbal version of a broom, I guess? Ah, that does sound pretty convenient. I'd like to give it a try. Let's see. Laura carefully pressed the button on the vacuum cleaner. I don't think you're supposed to just turn on appliances in the store like that. Sorry, I guess curiosity just got the better of me. I suppose I should turn it off then. Is this the button you press to do that? Why is it vibrating even louder and more forcefully? Excuse me, miss. Well, he certainly seemed none too pleased with us. I'm sorry, Reen. Don't worry about it. It's not often I see you get into trouble like that. I guess technology isn't your forte, huh? Apparently not. I mean, I have an interest in it, but very little experience actually using it. I think I'd be able to use all the appliances in here if I just had a chance to learn, though. Just like I did with our combat orbits. By the way, what are these? They're orbal washing machines by the look of it. You put your clothes in there and they'll wash them for you. Elisa had a few in her house from what I remember. Wow, that sure sounds convenient. Fascinating. I wonder how it works. Let me see. Laura, no! Not again. My apologies. So, which of these buttons turns it off? This one? No. Maybe this one. Please tell me you haven't done what I think you've done. I'm afraid it appears I've broken it. Excuse me, miss. Fortunately for Laura and Reen, the damage was much less severe than it looked, and they were able to repair the orbal washing machine. The employee was understandably furious, but thanks to their connections with Elisa, he was kind enough to overlook what happened. Answer yourself, Laura. I can't believe I made such a blunder not just once, but twice. Well, at least they were able to fix it, right? All's well that ends well, I guess. Still, it really does feel like you were... born into the way of the sword. You don't need to make my lack of domestic skills sound like some kind of winning quality. I'm all too aware of the areas where I come up short, and I took up cooking in an effort to become more refined, but... I wasn't planning to admit that here. Still, I'm glad I got a chance to see a side of you that no one else has really gotten to see. And hey, no one's good at everything. We all have our weak spots. Well, that is true, but you and I aren't so different in that regard, you know? All of us have roles we're good at fulfilling, and for those we aren't, we need to learn to rely on others. I want you to promise me that you won't try to shoulder everything yourself. All of us are here with you to share the burden. Huh. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Laura. So close to level 7. And we got our character notebook updated. Good for us. Let's talk to Milliam next, since she's here.
I guess the Eisengraph's pretty much stuck in Ruhr Station for the time being. Well, better stuck than under Alliance control, right? Now that I think about it, I never got what I left in there a while ago. Maybe I should grab it before it starts running again. Maybe I should tag along. It'd be kind of cool to take a look around inside, too. Mind if I join you, Milliam? We didn't exactly get to look around last time we were in there, and to be honest, I'd kind of like to. I'm not stopping you. In the words of Fee, let's roll!
They spoke to the RMP officers guarding the station, and were granted permission to step aboard the Eisengraph. Once inside, they went straight to the front carriage, and Milliam found what she was looking for on the engine room's dashboard. Oh, it's a stuffed bear. Pretty big one, too.
He is awesome, isn't he? Gramps bought him for me a while back as a reward for completing a mission.
He did? I'm having a hard time imagining Chancellor Osborne buying someone something so cute as a present.
Yeah, guess he didn't seem like the type, huh? He probably bought it for me on a whim.
Oh, I wasn't trying to suggest he was a cold-hearted person or anything.
Hey, while we're here, you want to go do some exploring? I bet the chairs in here are way softer than any sofa you've ever tried.
Sure, why not? Still, we're putting the RMP out, remember? We can't spend too long in here. Man, you weren't kidding. These really are comfy. It was a gift from the Emperor, though. It's no wonder that it'd be so ritzy.
I know, right? I'm jealous of how much he got to use it, too. He got to live it up on his way to the conference in Crossbell.
Oh yeah, Prince Olvert and Toa were on board for that trip, too.
What's up?
Nothing. I was just thinking about how this train's lost its master. The same way you, Captain Claire, and the other Ironbloods have.
Oh, that's true. Guess he can't really live it up anymore if he's dead, huh? Nothing we can do about it, though. Crow outsmarted him, and that's that. Still can't believe he managed to kill him.
I wasn't expecting you to be able to talk about him so impartially. I mean, if you're upset about it, there's no need to force yourself not to let it show, you know?
Why would I be?
When Dad was shot by that Jaeger, I was beside myself with worry and anger. And the Chancellor was like a father to all of you, wasn't he? So, I'm just saying, there's no need to force yourself to seem happy. If you need a shoulder to cry on,
Sorry, I really don't know what you mean. What's it even like to cry, anyway?
What? What do you mean, what is it like to cry? Surely you've done it before. Everyone has.
I'm asking because I seriously don't know.
Wait, you're serious? You've never cried? Not once?
I guess not. I felt moved while reading books and felt kind of lonely when someone wasn't there anymore. But being so upset about something that tears come out of your eyes just seems kind of alien to me.
How? She's never cried? Never? She's younger than the rest of us. But by her age, most people have done it more times than they can count.
What'd you go all quiet for? Are you still down about the stuff with V? Cheer up, okay? It's no fun if you're all gloomy like this.
No, it's okay. I was just having a hard time processing what you were saying. I just want you to remember one thing. To all of us in Class 7, you're both a classmate and a friend. If anything were ever to happen to you, all of us would be incredibly upset. Enough to cry a lot. Just
Remember that. Okay, I still don't know what you're trying to say, but I'll keep that in mind. I really like all you guys too. And come on, with how reckless you are, you're gonna run into trouble way before I do. Fair point. I'll be careful. Oh, this one hurts. This one hurts a lot. I mean, it hurt when I first played it in CS2, but it hurts now that I have spoilers available to me. Ugh. After they finished talking, the two left the Eisengraph, stuffed bear in hand. They gotta be like that game. I'll have to bring on board the Courageous with us later. I still know what half the stuff he said meant, though. Well, whatever. I'll probably figure it out someday. Anyway, let's talk to Eustace. I'll be heading out shopping soon. From our perspective, causing one of the four great houses to withdraw from the war is a momentous achievement. But for my brothers, it's likely all within the realm of expectation. I doubt we've caused them a moment's hesitation. The only thing it's done is reclassify us as more of a threat, so we'll need to be even more careful as we fly around. Yeah, didn't even think about that. Still, I would not advise becoming so cautious that we're unable to get anything done. But that's a thought for another time. Right now, you should focus on taking some time to unwind. I think I will. Thanks, Eustace. Resting up wouldn't be so bad, but maybe I should join him in his shop. Could I join you? Honestly, shopping for supplies sounds like it could relieve stress just as well as a nap. Do what you will. My first stop is RF Arms. Are you really going to use all these whetstones on your sword? And how much reinforcing tape does that hilt need? Better to be too well prepared than found wanting in a pinch, particularly with the future as uncertain as it is. I would expect my father's already aware of what happened here in Nortia. Knowing him, he's probably already preparing to retaliate. Maybe you're right, especially with him working on a soldat like these for his own personal use. Which is why we prepare ourselves as best we can for whatever lies ahead. Speaking of, I still have a number of other things to buy, including a book that the war managed to delay. Come, we're going to the general store. Okay, sure, we're starting to pick up a lot though. Think we're gonna be able to carry all this stuff back to the ship? Huh, we aren't doing anything. You are. What? Hurry and take these to the counter, we don't have all day. Damn, Eustace. I think my arms are starting to go dead. How'd you get me to carry all this for you? I mean, I guess I could have said no, but still. Come now, you wouldn't make me waste my strength on such a heavy load, would you? Besides, given all the time you spent assisting the student council, I imagine you're used to menial tasks like this. Just pretend I'm Toa. I doubt you ever give her any guff, no? There's a mental image I wasn't prepared for. Better that than leaving your mind free to focus on burdens you need not shoulder. Come along now. Wait, is he trying to keep me busy so I don't have time to think about what happened yesterday? That's really nice of him. In a cold, off-putting, useless sort of way. But even so, I'm grateful. Damn, dude, just, like, wear the collar and leash already. Damn. Reinvigorated by Eustace's awkward show of kindness, Reen carried his baggage from shop to shop without a single word of complaint. The two spent a long time in each shop they visited, scanning the shelves and putting more and more onto poor Reen's pile. While the experience was exhausting, it did indeed take his mind off of his worries. I get what he's trying to do, but I don't know how much more of this my arms can take. Come on, Eustace, you can at least take something. Anything. Eustace? Something in that magazine catch your eye? What is that? It's not the Imperial Chronicle. Look for yourself.
the Noble Alliance marches to victory? The glorious Noble Alliance, led by Duke Cayenne and Chief of Staff Rufus Alberea, continue their victorious streak. Their quest to carry the country into a new, brighter future feels all the more complete with each new success. And it should only be a matter of time before the foolish Imperial Army is eradicated once and for all. Well, this is quite the article. Not exactly going for the unbiased approach, are they? Of course not. I imagine the writers are just as much under the Alliance's thumb as those of the Imperial Chronicle. They're trying to manipulate public perception of the Alliance in preparation for their rule after the war is won. Both Duke Cayenne and my brother are thinking about not only how to win this war, but how to control Erebonia afterwards. That's how far ahead they're able to think. Sorry, Eustace, this must be hard on you. Still, that doesn't mean we're gonna lose out by not doing the same. Instead of focusing on the way things might be, we should focus on the here and now, what we can do to change things. If we do, I'm sure the future we want will fall into place. Wouldn't you agree? Well, I wouldn't disagree. So what if they're thinking 3 moves ahead? That all falls apart if we do something to shake up their plans. And that's just what we'll do. We'll get to the future that we want. To think you're capable of such positivity so soon. But I suppose you still have much more of a capacity for it than I do. I want you back to your usual self as soon as possible, Reed. We won't be able to secure this future of ours otherwise. I'll see what I can do. Their shopping complete, they lugged their purchases back to the Courageous, stored them in the ship's hold, and went back out into Ruhr. And Eustace is level 7 now. Woo. Alright, I just have Fee left to go. So yeah, once you head back to the Courageous, the story ends. Or, the story continues, rather. So, we're just gonna go see Fee, who is hiding all the way over here. Draw distance waited a long time for her to pop up. Heading back to the ship, Reen? Nah, not yet. I'm just wandering and trying to figure out what to do. If I really can't think of anything, I'll probably go checking in on Valimar and then laze around inside. I'm exhausted after everything that went down yesterday. Me too. It's hard to get what happened to V out of my head. He might have been our enemy, but he gave his condolences for our boss's death back at the mine, so it's hard to hate him. He did, didn't he? I almost forgot. I guess it makes sense that I'm not the only one who feels down after all that. Might do me some good to spend some time with V since we're both here. Hey, mind if I hang out with you for a bit? I mean, if you think I'll be in the way, just tell me and I'll get going. Of course you won't. Stay here for as long as you like. Thanks, V. Cat. Huh, what's the kitten doing here? Meow. He doesn't look too happy. Maybe he's been separated from his mother. He's not wearing a collar, so I'm guessing he's a stray. Aw. Reen? Don't worry, we've got some time before we need to head back. Let's see if we can reunite him with his mother, shall we? Meow. Kitten in hand, Reen and Fee started walking around the city, trying to find where the kitten's mother could be. The kitten being a stray, They assumed that finding his mother wasn't going to be an easy task, and they were completely right. Rena and Fee asked everyone they could, even Celine, and searched for the missing mother cat with every fiber of their being. In the end, over there. Looks like we found our mother. Yep. Even without knowing what they're saying, it's obvious that they're family. I'm just glad we were able to reunite these two. Me too. His mother must have been looking for him all this time. Nice to know his family didn't abandon him after all. Fee? Carrying him around reminded me of something that happened the day the boss died. Just before he fell in battle, too. What happened? We wanted to watch the battle between him and the Red Constellation's leader, so we'd set up camp nearby. All of a sudden, a Jaeger wandered into our camp. A girl about my age. Another Jaeger that young? Maybe a year older than me, I don't know. She'd come from the Red Constellation's camp on the other side of the battlefield. All because she was chasing a stray cat. Hold on, she wandered into an enemy camp just before a battle? Seems like an incredibly bad idea. What happened? Oh, we didn't attack her or anything. They weren't exactly in the mood to start anything with us at that point either. So the two of us just talked while she played with the cat. Wow, I can hardly imagine having a casual conversation with an enemy just before your leaders fight to the death. It's also kind of depressing to think that there's other Jaegers your age out there too. I guess. It's not like we're rare. But she was really strong. Strong enough to lead a whole battalion in their corps. It was like she lived to be out on the battlefield and killing. Loved fighting as much as anyone I'd ever seen. She was more man-eating tiger than girl. Sounds like the two of you are total opposites. People tend to paint all Jaegers with the same brush, but the more I talk to you, the more I realize how different they all are. I wonder what she's doing now. I bet she's okay, though. She was strong. Strong enough that she'd be fine even if her family left her behind. That's another way we're different. Unlike her, as soon as my family left me, I became a weak little girl who couldn't do anything for herself. There's more to strength than just proficiency in battle, you know. And even if there weren't, you've become a much better fighter since you joined Class 7. I've definitely seen big improvements since our first battle as a class. Maybe you're right. If I am, though, it's because of all of you who've been there to support me. There's no question about that. Hey, we all help each other improve and get stronger, both on the battlefield and off. You've helped every one of us. But we've all still got room to grow, and at this rate, we're going to need to do as much growing as we can. Yeah. Well, you've got a point. But together, we'll get strong enough to get through all this. I know we will. Yeah, Fee's talking about our good friend Shirley Orlando here. The man-eating tiger. Rawr. Their conversation at an end, they watched the two cats scurry off into the distance. And we got Fee up to level 7. Go us. Alright, and with an hour and a half of bonding events, I think that's everything we need to do. Let me just check quickly here. I got mail. Of course I got mail. Instructor Mary. Okay. I don't actually have to talk to Instructor Mary because I've gotten her character note already. But just in case, you want to pop in here and say hi.
the sounds of things, you all fought wonderfully yesterday. It was quite a shock when I heard the particulars of what happened, but I'm glad you're all safe. Us too. Thank you, instructor. Are you sure you don't want to come with us? You wouldn't be the first instructor to come on board the Courageous, and we'd be more than happy to have you. I'm certain that if I were to join you on the ship, I would only be a burden. That's due in no small part to my family potentially objecting to my presence there and causing trouble for everyone. As inactive as it sounds, I think the best thing I can do for you is stay here and pray for your safety and success. Well, if you're sure, you're sure. We'll try not to let you down. I'd like to imagine that Ruru will be safe for the time being, but take care all the same. Same to all of you. May Adios watch over you all. Okay, let's go talk with our boy Valimar. So yeah, yada yada. Make sure you've done everything before you board the Courageous. We're good. I want to get at least a little bit of our touring stuff over with.
Well done! I'm so proud of you, Reen!
Yeah, and with 40 AP, we've got the S rank, because we're the best.
Greetings, my leader.
How are you feeling, Valimar? The battle yesterday must have been pretty hard on you.
I am fine. The damage to my armor and lost mana have largely recovered. I expect to be in peak condition before our next battle.
That's good to hear. Just listening to you talk, you really have changed since we first met. You seem to be talking a little more like a human now.
Is that so? That would suggest that my memory is slowly recovering.
What's that now?
The part of me in which memories are stored appears to be damaged. I have very few memories of the past, such as why I was sealed within the old schoolhouse to begin with. This includes my memories of language. Thus far, I have had to rely on the preset bare minimum of speech functionality. However, thanks in great part to your assistance, my speech functionality is slowly beginning to restore itself.
Does that mean that your memories of the past are starting to return too?
It is an indistinct memory, as if clouded by white noise. I seem to recall someone burdened by a great sadness, much like yourself.
That obvious, huh? I look that burdened to you? Someone died right before my eyes, and I was powerless to stop them.
You were enemies and you were fighting a war. Get over yourself, Reen, please.
But the more I think about it, the more I realize that I might have been able to stop it from happening. And that regret's like a thorn stabbing into my heart.
And this is because everyone in this class is freaking indulging him with this shit. Really wish, like, Machias or someone would have been like, hey, Reen, we're fighting a war. Come on. Please.
Was the person in your memory able to move past their burdens?
I am unable to find any memories that answer that question. However, I believe that your sense of regret is an entirely natural process for humans. Is that not the case?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Give thought to what you would do differently if confronted by the same situation again. If I can aid you, I shall.
Yeah, you're right. I can't undo the past, but I can at least make sure I don't make the same mistake a second time. Perhaps considering how to do that is the best thing that I can do right now. Thanks, Valimar. I feel a little better after talking to you.
then all is well. I am afraid I must return to sleep. Should you require my aid again, you need only to call my name.
I need to keep on getting stronger. Strong enough that I can protect the people around me. The ship's maintenance is probably almost done now. Maybe I should take a nap or something while I wait for the others to get here? Yes, this is Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Hey there, Reen. George here. Do you have a minute?
George, is something wrong?
Well, I'm over at the Ruhr Institute of Technology at the moment, and an acquaintance of mine here has a pretty interesting proposal regarding your Divine Knight. How soon do you think you can come over?
A proposal? Who is this acquaintance of yours?
Well, it's the Institute's president, actually. Professor Schmidt, the Empire's foremost orbal researcher.
Well, shit, what does Schmitty want with our Divine Knight? I guess we're gonna find out. The name's G. Schmidt. I serve as this institute's president. I certainly wasn't expecting the pilot of that Ashen Knight to be only a boy. The Alliance ought to be damn near ashamed of themselves if they keep losing to a snot-nosed brat like you. I don't think that's any way to talk to a person you've only just met. Besides, you happen to be one of those students who helped get that minor medal earlier in the year. And one of those students put out that request without any input from me. He should be kissing my boots for having the honor of assisting with my research, however indirect it was. Some things never change. Putting that aside, is it true? Were you the one responsible for developing the Panzer Soldats? It is. Duke Cayenne made the request and I agreed to it. I used the ancient robot Ordine and the Society's archaisms as a reference point, and then designed a frame that could be mass-produced even with the Reinford Company's technological capabilities. Afterwards, I drew up plans for several models, and oversaw the completion of a Draken prototype a few months back. Why do you ask? Do you have any idea what you've done? You're wasting your time, Reen. He develops whatever catches his interest, loses himself in it until he's done, and to hell with the consequences. The railway guns in the Corellia Fortress and the orbital wave jamming device in Nord were both designed by him, too. Unbelievable. An engineer who doesn't strive to satisfy his intellectual curiosity is a sad sight of an engineer. We just design things. It's up to their users to decide what to do with them. Do you get it now? It's because I couldn't cope with this part of him that I ended up going to the academy over here. Yeah, I totally get it, unfortunately. Alright, what made you come visit the professor to begin with? Of course, that's what I wanted to call you here for. I was hoping I might be able to get some kind of advice or pointers from him. You know, about getting a new weapon for Valimar. Oh.
And if I might be so bold as to offer a word of advice, get Valimar a better sword, one like yours. If you think you're such hot stuff you can beat me without your 8 leaves training, you're in for a world of hurt.
Correct choice of selecting one the Awakener is well suited to will increase combat efficiency exponentially.
George told me about what you're after. He says you want a weapon capable of fighting on equal terms with the Azure Knights. We might have gone our separate ways, but he's still a former student of mine. I'm open to the possibility of designing something for you. Really? You'd make a weapon for Valimar? I said I'd be open to the possibility. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. If you want my help, I have one condition. Samurian ore. Ring any bells for you, Reen? I think so. You used that to make weapons for us before, didn't you, George? Oh, you know of it. Saves me the effort of explaining, then. It's an extremely rare ore found here in Zemuria. It's an astoundingly strong material that possesses a mysterious radiance within it. And what's more, as I learned while developing the soul dots, the frame of the Divine Knights are made up of that very ore. Your Ashen Knight included. I had no idea. Double saber Ordine uses appears to be made of it too. Which, as I'm sure you figured out, means if you're ever going to compete against Crow, you're going to need Itachi made of Zemurian ore too. To make one, however, you're going to need vast quantities of ore. Yet it was only recently discovered how to refine the ore at all. Processing will be immensely difficult. But bring me the materials and I'll be willing to assist you. The concept of a weapon that can compete against Divine Knights is of great interest to me. Even when you're helping people, it's only to help yourself. It'd be nice if you were doing it to atone for developing those soul dots, but I can't picture those words coming out of your mouth. The very thought makes me feel ill. Bear in mind, Zemurian ore is an incredibly rare material. I doubt you'll even find enough of it to get the job done. Still, should you pull it off, I'll design you the finest Tachi you've ever laid eyes on. On my name as an engineer, I can promise you that. Thank you, Professor. This will be a great help to us. Rare or not, we're gonna find all the Zemurian ore we can to make this work. I'll keep my expectations low. Nice guy, huh? Real swell individual, G. Schmidt is. The G is for Gunt. The advice Reen received on forging a new weapon for Valimar came from a surprising source, but they could not have asked for better. After politely excusing themselves, Reen and George left the Institute to reunite with the rest of the crew. And once the maintenance was declared complete, they boarded the Courageous and departed from Ruhr. So it looks like Angie's taking the helm now. I have to tell you, I'm impressed. I was expecting this beauty of a ship to be on the feisty side. She's a real sweet girl. Cutting through the clouds like this feels wonderful. I could get used to this. Wow, I can't believe how quickly you've gotten the hang of it, Angie. Neither can I. But I think it's obvious who's more qualified to sit here between the two of us. Job's all yours now. Why, thank you. I hereby accept the positions of Chief Helmsman and Courageous' second in command. She really is amazing. There's no one out there who can tame a vehicle as fast as Angie. We're not gonna have to worry about a thing with her around. Moving right along, the good news is that we were able to liberate Ruhr. I don't think any of us could have predicted how much the war situation would change in the process. Marquis Ragnar and his provincial army's withdrawal from the conflict will have a profound effect going forward. Losing one of their key members is bound to be a painful loss to the Alliance. One thing, it should make things easier for Lieutenant General Vander and the 3rd Armored Division. Their greatest concern before now was the Nordia Provincial Army, after all. So, the Alliance's overwhelming supremacy is finally starting to sway. Only in eastern Erebonia, though. They still come out on top in the west. Right. Prince Olivert said as much too. General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius are out there and claiming one victory after another. And then there's your brother, Eustace. He's a brilliant leader and it shows. I see. Be that as it may, all we can do is focus our efforts on the Eastern Front for now. That's what we were entrusted with, and fretting over things we can't change won't do us any good, right? That's putting it into perspective, yes. We've got our hands full over here as it is, so let's make every moment count. Time to get back to gathering all the info we can. Speaking of, mind giving us an update on the situation with Valimar's weaponry? Ah, right. How could we forget? Professor Schmidt agreed to cooperate with us, didn't he? Cooperate is a strong word, Lisa. He only cares about what interests him. That it ends up benefiting us is purely secondary. And remember, he's only gonna help if we find enough submarine ore to make the weapon. How we're gonna get stuff that rare is beyond me, though. You said that Valimar himself is made of that ore, did you not? You wouldn't happen to have any ideas, would you, Emma? I'm afraid the Hexen clan knows very little concerning the creation of the Divine Knights. Some legends passed down during the clan said that they were made during the time of the Great Collapse. Specifically, they were forged by artisans who called themselves gnomes. That's an interesting name. I know the term from old stories is much like anyone else, but I had no idea a band of artisans by that name existed. Supposedly, they once worked closely with the clan's ancestors. But somewhere down the line, the witches and the gnomes ended up parting ways. I couldn't tell you exactly when. How curious. Maybe so, but none of that's going to help us find any ore. Our chances of finding enough were pretty slim to begin with. I know where you can get enough, but only if you're willing to overcome some very difficult trials to obtain it. You do? Really? What do I have to gain by lying? You're aware of those strange ruins scattered all over the country, right? Yeah, the ones we couldn't explore properly. Oh yeah, where the higher elements were active? Those are the ones. They're called spirit shrines. They were built on top of septium veins long ago by the gnomes to encourage the formation of massive submarine ore crystals. Those crystals were in turn used to create the Divine Knights. So if there's any place in Erebonia to start looking for the vast amount you need, it's there. I had no idea. Why didn't you tell us this before now? Am I supposed to be a mind reader? Wasn't exactly relevant until now, so why bring it up? No need to bite our heads off. Hey, she told us now, right? All we gotta do is go to one of those shrines and we'll be rolling in ore. Let's hope so. We've got a lot on our plate checking up on the country, but exploring a shrine's been our best lead yet. And no matter how difficult it might be, a little thing like a trial isn't gonna scare us away, right? Right. With the discussion coming to an end, their destination had been decided. Before departing, however, Class 7 thought it was best to check if there were any new requests from Prince Olivert. And their timing turned out to be quite apt, as he had very recently sent several their way. Gone Air. So, here's the deal. An airliner got hijacked mid-trip and went missing. We managed to track to the Isengard range. Right now, the hostages are all still inside, so we're gonna rescue them. It's gonna be tough given that the hijackers are armed, but that's where the courageous come in. Toa can give you the specifics on how to reach us, but we'll be waiting in the Isengard range. See you there. Klein and Hebel. The sweetest of challenges. Klein, Blue Blanc. Dearest ladies and gentlemen, I have taken the liberty of calling upon you for a request of my own, unbeknownst to my worthy rival. I have left a letter in the location indicated by the Blue Cross. I think you'll find it well worth your while to read it. Phantom Thief B. And Kreutzen for a Breutzen. Kreutzen for a bruising. Prince Olivert. Imagine Eustace Alberea weeping for the safety of his province's people as they're chased through the streets by a ravaging monster. Surely you would not let such a dire scene come to pass, would you? The battle is set, and the North Kreutzen Highway awaits. Monster, Aberdon, at the North Kreutzen Highway 3. This one's from Klein. I'm happy to see that Hebel's with him too. Not so happy about the airliner going missing though. Doesn't seem like something we can afford to ignore, dangerous as it sounds. But look at this one. Phantom Thief B? What's this about reading a letter? As if we have the time to be concerning ourselves with his pathetic antics. I know what you mean, really, but ignoring it might be even worse. Yup, we got our work cut out for us. Hey, Reen, I want to help look out for everyone. Let me come with you, okay? Of course, V. You're always welcome.
I think Celine and I should come with you when you're exploring the shrine, too. I was about to say the same thing. And make sure you're ready before you go. I wasn't kidding when I said the trials were difficult. So Fee's locked into your party, and Emma will be locked in your party once you start doing the spirit shrines, but you've got some time before that happens. So we will be bringing with us Elliot, bring you guys. Laura's lagging behind the level, so I guess you can come along. And, decisions. Well, I got Laura, so I can't really bring Milliam, so yeah, let's bring Eustace. So we've also got a few students missing. Kenneth is along the Nordia Highway. Margarita's still at the barrier. Hugo's still in Ruhr. Stefan is somewhere near Ruhr. And then Klein and Hebel have got their quest, obviously. So once again, we need to make our rounds and talk to everybody after I save. Oh, Reen, did you see the request from Klein and Hebel? Yeah, it sounds like they've run into something pretty serious. You've read the details too, right? About an airliner being hijacked and the passengers being taken hostage? Yeah, this would usually be a matter for one of the armies, but with the war going on, they can't spare the manpower. That's when the two of them decide to step in and take matters into their own hands. And if we can, we'll be sure to go and help them out, too. Where did it say they were currently waiting? The Isengard range, right? Right. Apparently the hijacked airliner is being kept somewhere near there. I know their exact coordinates, too, so just let me know when you're ready to go. We'll get you right there. It's a relief that Marquis Ragnar was willing to honorably withdraw from the Alliance. The Nortia Provincial Army still stands, but I expect that he will remain true to his word and not enter the fray again. I get the feeling that the Marquis would get along well with my father were they to meet under different circumstances. Oh, are the two of you helping out on the bridge? That's right. I've decided to join the crew as a radio officer. Sounds like I've got plenty of work in store for me, but I'm up for the challenge. She's always had magic hands when it's come to communications equipment. Perhaps she was inspired by the desire to bridge the gap between her and a handsome gentleman from afar. That is so not it. Anyway, I'll do my best to earn my keep aboard the Courageous. So please let me know if there's anything you need. You bet. Thanks. Our country's basically stuck in an unending nightmare, but everything suddenly feels so fun now that we're back together. So now it's time for us to make things fun for everyone else on board, too. Or we could try doing the jobs they actually asked us to do. Don't forget to tell them about how well you're gonna serve them as our ship's other sexiness officer, too. Can you cool it with the sexiness officer stuff, Phoebe? Oh, dear. Just wouldn't be, Phoebe and Linda. I'm so glad that both your mother and Angelica are safe. That the Courageous was able to help in rescuing them both makes me very proud indeed. Thank you for your kindness, Your Highness. I'm sure my mother will be just fine now since she has Sharon to help too. I'll be doing my best to help out everyone here, just like I've been doing all this time. I'm sure I speak on behalf of everyone in expressing my happiness about that. With your mother safe, that leaves you free to focus your mind on the others you care about as well. Such as the upstanding Reen here. Wait, what? Your Highness, I don't... I'm getting the impression here my presence here is making things more awkward at an alarming rate. Princess Alphen's blatantly incorrect comments aside, it's a real relief to know that Ruhr is safe and sound now. We've still got work to do though, so let's keep it up. We will. Can't let myself be shown up. I'll have to prepare my very own plan of attack. Your Highness, it's not what you think, really.
It's definitely not what she thinks because we want that crow boy, but yeah. That's what we're all about. It's been so long, I felt like I just had to throw on my lacrosse uniform. Wearing it again feels like the most natural thing in the world. Maybe I should ditch my regular uniform for this. Now I'm in the mood for some good old-fashioned practice. Then I'll be ready for action once Teresa and Ferris are here. Back when I was in Ruhr, Chairman Arena asked me to keep doing orbital staff reports. You know, like I did back at the academy. You'd think she'd be too focused on the war to be worried about research and stuff, but I guess that's just how she is. Feel a lot better now that we got Angelica piloting the ship. Sure, I'd gotten used to it, but she seems like she was born for the job. Arrived just in time, too. We've been needing a gunnery officer, so I've been thinking about taking that up. Sounds like a plan. Alan, cut the chit-chat and get focused. You owe me 100 thrusts. Get to it. Right. Was that my fault? Alan really needs to loosen up. Getting all worked up like that can throw a whole day of practice down the drain. I know. I get that he's worried about his lady and all, but when you're training, you gotta focus on training and nothing else. He hasn't gotta work him so hard he won't have the energy to worry about anything else. Might as well pay your respects now. And you can do close combat training with him. Again, I'll be probably doing most of that off screen. Just because it makes more sense to do it that way. We better get cracking on exploring those spirit shrines. That request from Phantom Thief B does worry me a little, but I'll keep an eye out for him myself to make sure he doesn't cause you any trouble, whether or not you decide to do it. It'd be a shame if you had to divert your focus from his time-wasting shenanigans when you got plenty else to take care of. Nice to see things have finally calmed back down in my hometown. Instructor Mary being safe and sound is just icing on the cake. Now all we need to do is find Uncle Makarov and Bridgie. By Bridgie, you mean Bridget from the Wind Orchestra, right? Yep, she's my bestest friend in the whole wide world. Oh man, now I'm really fired up to go find her. I'm pretty sure Bridget's not a fan of that nickname. Hopefully it doesn't spread before she's here to quash it. The Hugo's in Ruhr now. Wait, didn't they even have the decency to tell us he's fine after helping us escape? I'm gonna have to smack him a belter when I see him. Oh, I could get Elisa coloring for Bike. How about I don't and say I did? Anyway, new weapons, so we're gonna buy some new weapons here. Nobody's out on the rear deck here. Million put the bear up there. And perfect. Oh, you're gonna put him up there, are you? Yep, great choice, huh? A good bedroom's gotta be fun, right? So if you ever want to take a nap in here, you're more than welcome to snuggle him. You might end up dreaming of Gramps if you do, though. I appreciate the offer, but no. Definitely not. Never. Thanks. Nothing in the world terrifies him more. Even if we aren't able to get him on board, it's such a relief to hear that Klein's doing okay.
even if whatever he's up to does sound really dangerous. Now that I think about it, maybe I'm not as relieved as I thought I was. Oh, Monica. With the Nortier Provincial Army bowing out of the war, everyone over in the Highlands can finally breathe easy. The chance for things to take a turn for the worst has always loomed over us, but that shouldn't be the case now. Yeah, it's a relief for me too, but I can only imagine how much bigger it is for you. Let's just say I owe you all a lot for making this happen. And now I can focus entirely on my work as part of Class 7 and start paying you back for that. I've played my part to protect my first home. Now it's time to bring peace to my second one too. Oh, guys. One more game, just one more. By all means, continue embarrassing yourself by challenging me again and again without so much as a moment to calm down. Billiards is a game that requires a cool head, much like chess, actually. I'm a chess expert. Don't you tell me what is or isn't like chess, and stop acting so damn arrogant. Eustace is offering Machias some solid advice. Not that he'll ever take it. It doesn't take much to set him off, does it? He's legitimately blind to the fact that his anger is the only thing preventing him from competing with me on equal footing, too. Oh dear. Anyway, let's just go with Laura.
Then let us begin our duel. Please, draw a card. We're evenly matched. Let's redraw. The first move is yours. I didn't expect that. Divine Bolt! We're evenly matched. Let's redraw. Then I'll make mirror! Power! I didn't expect that. I admit defeat. Well done.
Easy. Anyway, Laura's at level 7 now. So, making good progress there. What are the rest of my links like? Elliot, Sarah, Million. That's it, huh? Okay. Sarah's way behind, though.
Okay, let's get this thing going. Go on, draw a card. After you, my dear. Come, lightning! Ugh, I'll so get you for that.
Yeah, you don't need a force card.
Looks like we need to draw again. After you, my dear. What? Wait a second! What? Wait a second!
Her forcing the tie was actually
Looks like
pretty
we need to
smart
draw
of her.
again. I'm up. One more time, just one more time.
Hey, got lucky. Go me. Alright. Elliot.
Go easy on me, okay?
Ooh, the sand, though.
Okay, let's draw. Well, looks like I'm up first. Force!
Alright.
Oh, didn't see that coming.
Alright, my chances have increased greatly.
Really? You're playing that now? Blast!
Okay. Not that one.
Oh, that's too bad.
Okay, no, that's fine. I did it.
The best of card games. Look at me go.
It's time to duel. Come on, draw a card. I'm going first. Ah! Come on, draw another one. You're up first, I guess. Come on, draw another one. I'm going first. Ah! Take this! Take this! Yeah, I win!
Dang. Well, dang it. And doesn't matter who I picked last because everyone's already at level 7 anyway. Go with Emma because I'm not getting any experience
Promise
from
you'll
this
go
anyway.
easy on me?
And because Emma's best girl. Fight me. Fight me in the streets.
Shall we draw? Oh, we have the same score. Then the first move is all yours, Reem. Well, how about that?
Also, I'm really lazy sometimes. Alright, cool. Got that covered. Did it. Whenever you're ready to do Blue Block's quest, go into that blue cross there. Start it up. I am not ready to do his quest. In fact, I'll probably not be doing it today. I'm probably just going to do some cryptid fighting to end the stream. The Zemurian ore you're seeking is occasionally found in small amounts when exploring ruins dating back to the ancient Zemurian civilization. I never would have imagined there were places in Erebonia built to accumulate entire crystals of it. Incredible! It sounds like I have plenty of history, legend, and lore to learn from Celine. I'm finally getting back into the habit of writing again. Between my time at Thor's and the things I've seen during the war, it felt like a good time to write something topical. The only problem is that I keep swaying towards more targeted content. I know I shouldn't, but once I start writing, I simply can't contain myself. The heart wants what it wants, Serene. Oh, Dorothy, I understand you all too well. I truly do. And she has the pasta recipe, but we got it already. No need to worry about us in that regard. Kind of an odd question, but you wouldn't happen to need any of our photo developing solution, would you? I bought more than I needed before I boarded, so if you need some, by all means let me know. These are actually recipes, believe it or not. And no, we don't really need any of it right now. And everyone's hanging out here. Let's talk to Monk, since he probably has... Yep. We just got a U material for our trouble. Spent 1,000 mirror to get a U material. That's kind of how that usually works. I don't really use it that often. Just wanted to show it off that one time. And now never again. I've reconfirmed the locations of the 4 spirit shrines in eastern Erebonia so that we can be sure where we're going. There's one on Corellia Byroad, one in the Nord Highlands, one on Abel Highway, and last but not least, one on the Nortia Highway. If what Celine says is correct, we should be able to obtain some Zemurian ore from within them too. Sure, if you can make it through the trials, but that's not going to be easy. Honestly, I don't even know whether you're even strong enough. You're just going to have to try your luck. Our chances would have been better if you'd actually warned us. Now we get to go in blind and unprepared and hope we don't get killed. Well, whatever. We would have ended up taking on these trials one way or another. We might as well stop complaining and get on with it, or we'll never be able to make that blade for Valimar. I suppose that's true. Well, we'll let you take your pick as to which shrine to explore first. Just let Celine and I know when you're going to do so, though. We want to come with you. Same here. Got it. Will do. Okay. Doesn't look like anyone important is in the hold, but nonetheless. I don't have any action 3s. Defense 3, attack 3, Tyrrell. What? I don't mind. Make Valimar a little more suited to this sort of thing. My structure does indeed seem to be made from that of Zamurian ore. Overall combat prowess being stimulated by the affinity between Awakener and armament is also made clear by observing the Azure Knight. So if I had a Tachi you could equip, I might be able to compete with him on more equal footing. We'll try and get you one, okay? Just wait a little while longer. Acknowledged. I've been trying to look after Whitcomb as well as I can, but he's not showing any signs of his old vitality. He's a really strong, speedy horse, but looking at him now, you'd think he was ready to go up the Ghost. He must really miss Lambert. Eustace and I make for lousy substitutes, but I want to do whatever we can to try and cheer him up. So, again, we have yellow, we have hot red, which I actually kind of like. And we have the dark coloring, which is okay. I'm not, like, fussed about it, but it's cool. I'm gonna make it red. Again, there's the specialty ones as well, but I didn't want to waste my U materials on those, because I only have so many right now. Angelica! Wait, if you're here, then who's piloting the ship? Calm down, Reem. Our dear Toa is testing out the autopilot right now. Sure, I'm the helmsman, but I'm not a machine. Sometimes a gal needs to focus her attention elsewhere. So now that things have settled down a little around here, Toa decided to take the opportunity to run a few tests. Rest assured, once she's finished that up and decided on our next destination, I'll return to the pilot seat. That makes sense. Still, I've got to admit, it's impressive how well you can handle any vehicle you get your hands on. They've repeatedly stressed how high-spec the Courageous is, but you're already piloting it like it's second nature. I appreciate it, but I'm afraid I don't have the Courageous nearly as well tamed as my orbal bike. Yet, anyway. Oh, speaking of, let me thank you again for leaving the bike in my care. I'm glad I finally have the chance to return it to you personally. Oh, there's no need for that, my friend. I know you've been getting quite a good bit of use out of her. I've even noticed a few little Vreen-specific customizations on her last time I checked, so it'd be a bit rude for me to ask for her back. In fact, I hereby declare you her rightful owner. Just make sure you keep treating my old partner well, got it? I don't know what to say, except thank you so much. Who'd have thought there were whole crystals of Zamurian ore just waiting for someone to clear some trials and take them? Not me, that's for sure. Still, now that we know they exist, we should be able to get enough for that giant sword. Yeah, honestly, convincing Professor Schmitz to help us out is probably going to be tougher than getting the ore. George, I'm amazed you actually decided to ask for help in the first place. I don't think I've ever heard you get through a sentence about him without at least one groan or sigh. Whoa, don't get me wrong here. I don't want to do this. As a former student of his, I know how talented he is. And we're not in a situation where we can pass up capable helpers just because they're incredibly unpleasant. If I can get him what he wants, he'll do an amazing job for us, assuming he doesn't lose interest halfway through. Right, anyway, I better get back to that ore gathering now. We'll worry about keeping him interested later. We'll have to. Good luck. Hey, Chronozen, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Hope you're having a lovely evening, morning, whatever time of day it is for you. I've just been fiddling around doing off-screen stuff, and now I'm gonna get ready to fight some cryptids, because why not?
Getting Angie back in perfect health is such a big worry off my mind. Now I just want to see Crow again. Well, I did kind of see him when you were on the Pantagruel, but we didn't get the chance to talk or anything. Sorry about that. Valimar and I won't rest until we make that happen, though. I promise you, we will bring him back. It just might take some time. I can't wait. Until you do, I'll try to be the best captain I possibly can. Come on, George is totally an anime name. Totally. Alright. So we got a few new locations we can go to. The Isengard Range, where that quest for us is. We got Ruhr City, of course. The Saxon Iron Mine. The Schwarz Drake Barrier. And all 4 Spirit Shrines. The main story will advance when you complete any one of these shrines, so be absolutely certain to do everything else you want to do first.
Where do you want to go?
So yeah, do all your side quests first before taking on the shrines. So we are going to actually head to Ymir first.
Leave it to me!
It's often pronounced like Georgie in Japanese. Yeah, that makes sense. Georgia-kun. Anyway, we're gonna go snowboarding. Gonna do the B3 course. Gotta get all the flags this time. Ah, crap. Missed the jump. Pretty much turned my speed to nothing. Alright, so I didn't make my best time to hit that obstacle, but got all the flags.
I did it!
Beautiful anime character models with stock fantasy environment assets. Aw yeah. Amazing, you're a natural at this. Well, here's your prize. Go ahead, take it. Oh, and take this too. It's a new board I gotten recently. And I'll be sure to keep the courses well maintained. If you feel like boarding again, just come on by. So we got the Enchantment Quartz. The Enchantment Quartz makes enemies more likely to notice us, but it gives us Grim Butterfly, Cross Crusade, Phantom Phobia, and it increases our arts by 25, so it is pretty damn amazing for fights and such. And if you do have the Intimidation Quartz as well, they cancel each other out, so it's quite nice. We're going to be throwing that on right away. Even though Emma already has Phantom Phobia, adding Grim Butterfly and Cross Crusade just means, you know, more damage. More damage. More damage is exactly what we want.
Alright. So what are these hot spring thingies anyway? They toughen you up, right? No they don't. You lied to me, goody two-shoes. I hear there's this super strong old guy who loves them. Well, that's true, but... Come on, the hot spring's free for everyone. Try not to kick up a fuss about it, okay? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. What do we get? Just need evil Mishy plushie for that. Gotta find a body handbook to make that. Oh no! Raid! I'm being raided! Ah! Welcome to the stream, everyone! We are playing some Trails of Cold Steel 2. Welcome, everyone! And, we got ourselves a ping. Thank you for the sub, sucka! Really appreciate it. You the man. Raid Shadow Legend. I don't know who that is. I'm kidding. Oh wait, I have no U materials. I can't customize any of these. Never mind. Away we go. Yeah, I was gonna go, monster hunting. That was it. I really should have brought Elisa for this. You know what? This is fine. Whatever. Oop, I don't want to go here. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? I want to get on the boat.
Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna see if I get my ass kicked by the boss this time. I'm totally not prepared with any of my equipment or anything, so we'll see how this goes.
My turn.
Let's not overestimate ourselves. Stay.
This one's dangerous.
Here I go. Sit.
My turn.
Dangerous. I don't know the meaning of the word.
It's my turn. Yes!
Leave it to me. Yeah, there. Here I go. Ha!
Oh hey, Sucker just fought these guys from zero. Yeah.
Okay, it's safe for now.
And they're total chumps compared to our awesome gang of teenagers.
Not bad.
And Laura got her craft upgraded. Now she has the true Earth Cleaver. Yeah, these guys don't want to mess with us, so they just die when we get them.
If we're going to take that,
Except for these guys.
This is a tough one. Here I
They're
go.
just gluttons for punishment.
I'll handle it.
I can't explain what's wrong with them.
Hostiles neutralized. Guess we're safe.
Anyway, I have to walk all the way to the end of this stupid nature park if I want to fight the boss in here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Gotta go fast.
If we're going to take that monk.
This one's dangerous.
Here I go. Second form. Gale.
Okay.
Got you.
Yep. Big monkeys.
Absolute victory.
Nice fighting.
They just want to be friends, you know? Just doing friendly friend stuff. Oh, the wrong way, damn it. I don't even care what's in these boxes. Wah, 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 wah. Alright, let's see if we can handle this fight. Alright, get yourself a snack. Let's fight this thing. I wish I had some evasion shoes, but I don't. Yeah. I don't have any evasion shoes, unfortunately, but this should still be fine, I think. 75% isn't quite 100, but it should do some nice things for me.
Here I go.
Too slow.
Oh, so it blinds.
Your turn.
Lame.
My turn. 1, 2. Ha! And done. Now.
Got you. It's my turn. Thanks.
Of course.
Pretty sure it cures ailments. Yeah.
Thank you. Let's move.
Thank you very much. My turn.
Yeah, staying here is fine.
2. And done. Now, let's get this over with.
Right.
All right.
Leave it to me. All right. Howl with rage. Let's move. My turn. Arcade Gale! Now's our chance.
You're done.
You.
Your
Absorb my
turn.
nutrients. I need those.
Let's move.
Those are supposed to stay in my body, friend.
I'll handle it. 1, 2. Ha! And done.
what is it weak against? Time and water spells. Okay, I just happen to have time and water spells.
Arcus activate! Now!
Here I go. Here goes. Overdrive.
You're going to head? Okay. Good luck at head, Chrono.
Gather on my blade.
It's my turn! Ha!
Let's move. Ha! Now's our chance.
I'll back you up!
Too slow.
My turn. 1, 2... Ha! And done. Got it. It's my turn. Ah!
Leave it to me. Here I go.
Now!
Jeez.
Too slow.
Dick move, buddy.
My turn.
I'm not about that.
My turn.
Yeah, there we go. We're gonna have Valimar do some damage for the rest of this fight here. Just give him a few turns to wail on him. Generally does the damage you need.
Burn to ash.
Like so. And that's another cryptid down.
Okay, it's safe for now.
Again, we don't get any experience from cryptid fights, but we get a whole lot of Sepith and a special gem, so it generally makes it worth our while. Get the Cryptid Hide Rune, and we get the Divine Salvation Gem. Divine Salvation is Time, Space, Mirage, and contains a very powerful spell. So I'm going to replace Volcanic Rain. Oh, right, no. No, I can't do that. Action 1, I guess. I guess I'm gonna have to hold off on putting that on Emma for now. I could, however, go on Usus. Because I have made no effort to change his quartz whatsoever here. Still got frickin' move 2 on him for comparison's sake. Like, yeah. Sorry, Usus. It's almost like I don't care about you or something. I mean, it's not true, but... That's a little bit more reasonable. Back with snacks. Oh, well, I just beat the cryptid, so... Oh, I gotta run all the way back, too. God damn it. Like, yeah, it'll just let me out of here. That sucks. Yeah, I'm going cryptid killing for the rest of the stream. Just because I can. I didn't feel like doing any quests after doing all the spawning events. So, yeah. I forget where the other three were, so I'm actually gonna go check those out once I get out of the park proper here.
That one's gonna be a pain. Careful.
I hate having turbo be in
Let's
the
not
same button
overestimate
as
ourselves. Stay focused.
keeping it the pressing the stick to turbo. It's just so awkward. Alright. Just gonna check where the other cryptids are real quick.
Where do you want to go? Full speed ahead!
Okay, so it's not actually here. I'm just restoring my CP because I am lazy. And this is the quickest way to do it. Just chill out in the inn, in the nice hot springs. These springs feel so good. Okay. Easiest. Don't mean best. I mean, you ain't wrong.
Where do you want to go? Leave it to me!
I believe it was on the Southern Highlands you find this one. Let's see. I think it was by the Stone Circle. Yes. Alright.
Let's get going.
Yeah, where you fought Milliam. So, gotta get on our bikes and ride. I'm sure guys would complain about pollution, but hey. Let's see what we can do against it. Oh, gets to go first. We're already having a great start here.
This one looks dangerous. Be careful.
Okay. We're dead.
Here I go.
Not quite, but that was bullshit.
Okay. Here I go.
Oh, I can
Of course.
paint it. Fascinating. Hold on, everyone. No! Please, you're too far away. God damn it.
Oh, move.
All right.
You dare to approach me.
Line forward. They're open.
You're done.
Can't kick your ass if I don't get closer, right?
Now, let's go, everyone.
Understood. Okay. 1, 2. And done. Got it.
Let's move. Yeah.
Oh, if they're gonna give me a Zero Arts turn, I might as well cry first. Let's be real.
Let's move.
What else am I gonna do with it?
Now's our chance.
I'll back you up.
Let's move. All right, let's do this.
Leave it to me.
All right. Oh, hot with bravery. Wind Cyclone!
I'll handle it. Here I go. Now. Of course. Blessing of the moon.
Thank you.
My turn. Here I go. Got it.
Let's move.
Okay. Here I go. Now.
Ah.
Here I go.
Of course. Oh, moon, shield us from harm. Crescent shell.
It's my turn. Go, CO! They're open!
You're done. I'll handle it. 1, 2. And done. Now.
I do love that I can choose the hell out of this fight.
Right!
All right.
Makes it so much easier.
Let's move. Now's our chance.
I'll back you up.
Let's move.
Okay. 1, 2. And done. Got it.
It's my turn. Line forward! Now!
You're done. Of course.
What is it weak to? Space arts in particular. Okay.
Markers activate.
So
Now.
smash it.
My turn. Now's our chance.
I'll back you up. My turn. Now.
Here. My turn.
Thanks for the health back, buddy.
Leave it to me.
I could, but I think it's better to actually burst in here.
Light force! Now! Lend me your strength!
Yeah,
Right.
all right. How about this? Here I go. Oh, move. Okay. Here I go. Got it.
Here! My turn.
I'll handle it. 1, 2. And done. Now. Too slow.
Let's move. All right. Go, CO! They're open!
You're done. Of course. Blessing of the moon.
Thanks.
My turn. Too slow. Now.
My turn. All right.
My turn. Here I go. Now.
A little bit.
Too slow.
And die already.
It's my turn. Go, CO! They're open!
You're done.
My turn. Yeah!
Here.
Thanks. My turn.
It's not worth the time at all. So actually,
All right.
that
turn.
casually. That casually.
My turn. Here I go.
Huh.
Here.
I like V. She doesn't
Thanks.
mess around. She always means business. And hopefully this will do it. Yep. Alright. That is cryptid number 3 out of the way. first one was taken care of on an earlier stream.
I go where the wind takes me.
But yeah. And for our troubles, we get the Glimmering Star Gem. Star Gem. It's fire, time, and earth, and it gives Braille Burst. This is one I tend to put on Laura. And the reason for that is because she can use Chrono Burst quite effectively. So hey, here you go. Does that mean I'll be putting her in the party? Maybe. I gotta have something better for her than the Brave Quartz, right? Murakumo. Murakumo's nice, actually. Yeah, let's go with this. Nice thing is we can just return to the Courageous.
Where do you want to go?
Head back to the Ymir for a quick little foot bath. Restore all of our bars, not just our CP. It's quite nice. And there we go. Alright, where are my last two? They are Nordia Highway and the Isengard Range. Interesting. So I'd actually have to do that quest to get that last one. Okie dokie. That jerk inflicts faint and burn. Okay. Not too worried about Fee getting hit by that stuff, but everyone else, yeah, I don't want to get fainted.
Where do you want to go? Full speed ahead!
That's not the highway. The highway's over here. So yeah. I'm gonna beat this cryptid and then I think I'll call it a stream after that. Because I don't know, I feel like it. I'm also really tired, so just kind of how it goes.
Let's get this over with. I'll handle it. Eliminating targets. Got it. It's over.
Let's move.
Green.
It's my turn.
Why you gotta be like
Light forward.
Of course. How about this?
this? Ouchies.
Here I go. Sit.
I'll handle it. Hostiles neutralized. Guess we're
Nope.
safe.
Apparently can't hit the broadside of a barn. What a fool. And yeah. B is not quite at 200 CP, but who cares? That's not going to be the end of the world here. I'll replace it with a better accessory once I'm done with the fight. It's just fainting is so detrimental to your damage output that you really, really want to avoid it as best you can.
Watch out! This is a tough one! My turn! My turn! Here goes! Overdrive! Arcade Gale! Now, let's go, everyone!
Yeah, understood.
Leave it to me!
How about this? Okay. Here I go. Now.
Got you! My turn! Now's our chance!
You're done.
Gather on my blade!
Your turn.
Ah, holy shit. How is
All right.
he not dead? Oh my god. Ah.
Go, CO! They're open!
I'll back you up. Of course. Blessing of the moon.
Thanks!
Okay. Here I go.
16 health.
Got you!
Brings a beast.
My turn!
Somehow not dying to that. I don't know.
Let's move!
How's it going, Salty? Having a good day?
Too slow. Now.
Got you!
It's 7 a.m. and you
Okay.
can't sleep. I feel that.
1, 2. And done. Got it. Let's get this over with.
Leave it to me! Leave it to me!
Just finishing a snack before bed. Nice.
Let's move!
Cold Steel 2 is gonna knock you out. Mama gonna knock you out.
Burn to ash! Fall! Now's our chance!
You're done.
All right. There! Oh, winds, howl with brilliance. Wind cyclone!
No, he's definitely dead that time.
Sorry, everyone.
He tried. He tried his best.
It's my turn.
Ah, no. She's too far away. Mistakes were made.
Thanks.
Get up, Breen.
I'll handle it. Here I go.
the amount of times I've fallen
I'll
asleep
handle
playing
it.
Cold Steel games. It's a non-zero amount. Yep, that sounds about right. You know what?
Good luck.
Might try
I'll
something.
show you how it's done.
Crap.
Holy sh...
He's in the wrong place for this one. Ah, shit, this guy heals himself? Oh boy. And, Craft Guard does not work.
Here I
No.
go.
You know.
Leave it to me. I suppose I should thank you.
My turn. Sorry.
Understood. Here.
I think most of them are, yeah. Anyway, I got tricks.
Leave this
So-
to me. Behold the light of the Arcade School. Radiant Wall. Onward. I leave this to you.
Will do.
I got.
That was great.
It's my turn. Oh, move.
Alright, everyone.
Leave it to me.
Hang out in a circle and we'll just rip this guy
Go,
apart.
CO! Now!
I'll back you up.
My turn. Now's our chance. Don't let it pass.
Understood.
We're just gonna play this game.
Ah,
Okay, so he does have physical attacks.
too slow. Okay. Good luck.
I've got this.
Huh.
Here I go. Let's move.
Get him, Valimar. Show him his boss. Oh no, the mild inconvenience of being burned.
Burn to ash.
So yeah, it kind of sucks they only get like 3 swings of it. So, hey, you do what you can do. And hey, he's gonna waste his attack on Gaius, so that's fine. I can live with that.
Leave it to me. Go, CO! They're open!
I'll back you up.
Very well.
Ah, he's on the wrong side for this.
Holy shield. Protect us!
Oh, I need to turn this around. How tasty!
God damn it.
Sorry, everyone.
God damn it.
All right. Go, CO! Now!
I'll back you up! Of course!
Thanks. That's embarrassing.
This is not going well.
this. Thank you.
Of course. Oh,
Let's move. All right.
I'll handle this.
Does anything change if I move him into the middle here? Or do I just want to kind of keep him out of this? You know what? Yeah, fire's not gonna do much trouble.
Holy sh...
Okay, you do that. We got covered.
Leave it to me.
As long as he wants to play this game, it's fine.
That was great.
here I go!
Just have to keep
Oh, move!
keep up the crescent shells.
My turn.
And
Now! Let's go, everyone!
Understood!
Handle this.
How about this?
Leave it to me. Go, CO! They're open! There!
again, we're doing fine. We're doing fine.
Very well.
And thanks for the well wishes, Sucka. I hope you have a good night's rest, good morning's rest, and take care of yourself.
Whoa! My turn.
Well, this jerk's still standing, so I guess we just have to give it the business. Why would I do that?
That's pretty good.
Here I go! Oh, move!
My turn.
You're not allowed to.
It's my turn.
Okay.
Overdrive! Go, CO! They're open! Got you! Here I go! Ha! Now's our chance! All right. Go, CO! Now! Let's go, Reed! Leave it to me! Gather up!
Here I go. Oh,
Very well. Now's our
Leave it to me.
I'd really like to get the defense down on him at the very least,
They're open! Got you!
so I can actually like hit him with damage. There
My
we go.
turn.
That's a little better.
of course. Arcus activate. Now.
very well.
My turn. Yeah. My turn. Sit. Now's our chance. Here. Let's move. Sorry.
Will do. 1, 2. And done.
Maybe.
Now. Here I go.
Maybe I'll
Filthy game.
maybe I'll get it.
What's that?
Not a chance.
Heh. That's it? Okay, that's fine.
Of course.
I can live with that.
Huh?
Now its health is low enough, I can start finally playing this fight a little bit more aggressively than I have been.
Allow me.
Because Emma with art support kind of just does 30,000 damage a pop. I've mentioned how much I love Emma lately. Because
We
Emma's
should be
amazing.
safe now.
And look at that. 3.5 times experience for absolutely no profit. Because 3.5 times 0 is still 0. And that is Cryptid number 4 out of the way. We got the Searing Sun Gem for our troubles. And I'm just gonna check that out real quick. Fire, space, or wind, and it has Soul Eruption, which sounds really nasty, but it's pretty much a damaging spell. So yeah, I'm gonna stick that one on Emma instead of Volcanic Rain. So yeah, I think we did pretty well that time. Gonna save here, and I'm gonna call it an episode today. Thanks everyone for joining in, and especially thank you to the raiders from Sucka Stream. I'm glad you all came and joined me today for some fun bonding events in Cryptid Bastion, and I hope you'll join me next time as we do the actual quests Oliver gave us today. So once again, take care everyone. My name's Logic Blade. I stream on Twitch and I port all my videos to YouTube, so you can check out all my videos there, youtube.com/logicblade. If you are interested in supporting the channel, I've got a Patreon account and I do accept donations, so you can check those out. And last but not least, if you are interested in fanfiction, you can go check out my Archive of Our Own page. I just recently released a Fee fanfiction,
Right.
So for those of you who are interested in everyone's favorite little Jaeger tot, come check that out. Okay, that's enough shilling for me. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you next time.